So we're going to start with the photo of the book because it actually has some meaning. So when I was researching this book back in 2017, 2018, I found a photo by Keith Ladzinski. He's a photographer for National Geographic, and it was a picture of this South African lion. And the reason I chose this one, being in recovery myself, I got some scars, some physical, some emotional, some psychological. And since this book is really about the difference between a lion and a house cat, you'll learn more. If you have already read the book, you understand. But it was really important that right on the front cover, the first thing you see is something cute and lovable, but still covered in scars, and you can tell it's been through some stuff. And the stories inside of the book really outline exactly that. That as I was putting it together, I reflected back, and like anyone writing a book about themselves, I had to pick the pieces of my story that made the most sense. And I remember my mom, obviously being a part of the story, I remember bringing it to her attention and talking about, the book and what was going to be in it. And I had her read a couple chapters, and she's like, "Oh my God, I can't believe that stuff happened to you." And it's funny because the stories that I chose to depict just how tough things were, believe it or not, they're mild. I had to pick the more mild stories. I didn't want this to become a rated R book where I'm glorifying the addiction, or I'm trying to make it sound like things were so terrible for me. I mean, yes, it was tough. Yes, I went through some stuff. I mean, there's some stuff about jail in here, but I don't talk about the struggles I had in jail, the fights, the this, the that. I just talk more about the like the overdose story, moments of insanity. But the cover, Keith Ladzinski, I just want to say thank you for letting me use this cover art. I went through quite a bit to try to get permission, and he was grateful enough to allow me to use that cover art for the cover of my book. So I will dig into some of these chapters, and I will get more on the table for you to watch. But for now, just understanding what you see when you purchase the book and why there's a lion on the cover and where that photo came from, I'll leave you with that.